in the sky as Emma prepared to surf. A creature, a relic of an ancient lineage, and it had ventured closer to shore than usual in search of prey. As Emma continued to surf, her carefree enjoyment was interrupted by a sudden and chilling realization. A massive shape loomed beneath her, and she felt a shiver run down her spine. The hammerhead shark had emerged from the depths, its elongated head and serrated teeth a terrifying sight. Panic surged within Emma, but she had been trained for moments like this. Drawing on her lifeguard skills, she fought to keep her composure. She knew sudden erratic movements could confuse the shark, so she paddled furiously, changing her direction unpredictably. The shark, disoriented by Emma's movements, hesitated for a moment. It circled beneath her, assessing the situation. Emma's heart pounded. She knew she had to keep the pressure on to show the shark she was not easy prey. For what seemed like an eternity, Emma battled the hammerhead. Her surfboard became her shield and weapon as she struck out with all the force she could muster. The sea churned around them, a turbulent battleground of survival. Finally, with one last determined strike, Emma's surfboard connected with the hammerhead's sensitive nose and eyes. The battered and defeated shark retreated into the depths, disappearing into the azure abyss. Exhausted but triumphant, Emma paddled back to the shore, her heart still pounding. She had faced the unimaginable and emerged victorious, relying on her training and sheer determination. The beachgoers who had witnessed the harrowing encounter cheered as she came ashore. Their admiration for her unwavering bravery served as a powerful reminder of the ever-present dangers of the ocean and the importance of being prepared. Emma continued her role as a dedicated lifeguard, but now, her watchful eyes held even more knowledge and conviction. She knew the sea was beautiful and unpredictable, and she was determined to ensure that others could enjoy it safely. The ocean had tested her, but it had also strengthened her resolve to protect those who ventured into its depths. Just as she had saved member, he had been riding the waves of Anahumalu Bay, a coastal gem in Hawaii. Surfing wasn't just a hobby for him, it was a way of life, a passion that ran deeper than the ocean. As a seasoned surf instructor, Leo dedicated his days to sharing his love for the sport. His tanned skin and windswept hair symbolized a life spent in the sun and surf. He thrived on watching his students catch their first waves, their faces alight with the thrill of the ocean. One sunny morning, Leo stood on the shore preparing to give a group of eager surfers a live training session. The azure waters of Anahumalu Bay stretched out before them, the waves beckoning like old friends. Leo's students, a mix of novices and intermediate surfers, it was an unusual sight in these waters, as these creatures typically roamed farther from shore. Leo's heart skipped a beat as he recognized the looming danger. Panic coursed through him as he realized the imminent threat to his students. He sprang into action with adrenaline pumping, shouting for his students to return to the shore immediately. Fear and urgency propelled them back toward safety, their trust in Leo's guidance unwavering. Leo, however, had no choice but to confront the approaching predator. The hammerhead shark bore down on him relentlessly, its dorsal fin slicing through the water like a blade. Leo's instincts took over as he desperately assessed his options. In a heart-stopping moment, the shark surged forward, closing the gap between them. Leo's heart raced, and he knew that his survival depended on his surfing skills. With the precision of a seasoned pro, he maneuvered his board to meet the shark head-on, creating a barrier between himself and the relentless predator. The shark lunged, its massive jaws snapping shut just inches from Leo's board. The force of the attack sent shockwaves through the water, creating a tumultuous upheaval. Leo's heart pounded in his chest, and he knew that his every move had to be calculated and precise. Drawing on his years of experience, Leo began to make sudden, unpredictable movements, became an advocate for responsible surfing practices and ocean safety. His harrowing experience served as a powerful testament to the unpredictable nature of the sea and the need for greater awareness. Leo returned to his role as a surf instructor, but now he emphasized the joy of riding the waves and the importance of respecting the ocean and its inhabitants. He educated his students on shark safety and responsible surfing practices, ensuring they were well prepared for any situation. His journey to recover from the mild injuries was difficult, but Leo's passion for surfing and commitment to ocean safety propelled him forward. He knew he had been given a second chance and was determined to make the most of it. The golden sands and the vast blue waters were always alive with activity. Surfers from various parts of the country and international enthusiasts frequently visited Cascade, making it a renowned spot for wave riders. Among them was Jack Dawson, a local who had become one with the waves of Cascade. With a deep tan, lean, athletic build, and an inherent understanding of the ocean, he was a well-recognized figure among the surf community. One morning, as the sun rose, casting a golden hue on the waters, Jack was on the beach, preparing for his daily dose of adrenaline. While Cascade was mostly safe, there were murmurs in the community about a shark sighting near the reef. Cautionary tales had been whispered, warnings shared, especially among the seasoned surfers. Yet the allure of the waves was irresistible. Jack took to the waters with all the confidence of his years of experience, eager to chase the thrill that only a surfer would understand. He maneuvered his board with practiced ease, riding wave after wave, feeling the cool splash against his skin and the wind in his hair. As time went on, the beach started buzzing with a different kind of energy. People were pointing towards the deeper waters, their faces masked with concern. Among them, seasoned surfers seemed particularly anxious, their experienced eyes scanning the waters with unease. The reason soon became evident to Jack. A shadow, darker than the waters around it, began to materialize not far from where he was. It was subtle at first, but the unmistakable outline of a shark fin soon sliced through the surface. Jack's heart raced. All the warnings and whispers of danger he'd heard that morning flashed through his mind. Understanding the gravity of the situation, Jack decided to retreat. Paddling with controlled urgency, he aimed for the shallows, hoping the safety of the beach was not too far away. But the ocean had one more challenge for him. As he neared the coast, an unexpected force from the depths nudged his board, causing him to wobble and fight for balance. The energy of Cascade Beach shifted drastically as spectators began to realize the imminent danger Jack faced. Hands covered mouths, eyes widened in terror, and the previously lively sounds of the beach dimmed, replaced by an anxious hush. Families pulled their children closer, and many onlookers were paralyzed, their gazes fixed on the unbounded as she maintained her calculated evasive actions. She knew that her lifeguard training had prepared her for this critical moment. With a burst of adrenaline-fueled courage, Emma took a calculated risk. She used her surfboard as a weapon, precisely swinging it toward the hammerhead's nose and eyes. It was a move she had learned during her lifeguard training. Aim for the most vulnerable spots when faced with danger. The surfboard struck its target with a resounding impact, causing the shark to recoil in pain. Emma's heart raced as she continued to fend off the relentless predator. Remaining still, he hoped the creature would lose interest, considering him an unworthy or unfamiliar prey. But the shark circled closer. The silhouette of its massive body beneath the water became more distinct, revealing its size and power. Every pass it made felt like a calculated move, studying and gauging the potential of its prey. It was a dance of life and death, with each participant acutely aware of the other's presence. Suddenly, with lightning speed, the shark lunged at Jack. Its jaws snapped shut and it began to drag him down into the frigid depths. The pressure intensified, and the water threatened to collapse his chest. A man on a nearby boat watched in helpless horror, shouting for help to the onlookers, urging them to take action and call for assistance. The cries for help seemed impossibly distant as the vast expanse of the ocean threatened to swallow their pleas, and the boat's engine sputtered, unable to close the gap in time. Desperate and running out of air, Jack fought to free himself from the shark's grip. The predator responded with a frantic and violent thrashing, its powerful tail and body contorting in pain and anger as it gripped Jack. The lifeguards, who were alerted to the perilous situation, arrived at the scene, but their response was tragically late. Jack was already free from the shark's grip, tumbling through the dark, deep water. The world around him was a blur of bubbles and darkness as he tried to swim upwards. As he ascended, the water around him grew progressively lighter, and he could see the shifting patterns of the waves on the surface. But it was too late. The shark's attack had been too severe, and Jack's strength had waned. When Jack finally breached the surface, gasping for air, he was already too far gone. He managed to cling to a piece of floating debris, but life was slipping away. The ocean had claimed him, its depths swallowing him along with the defeated shark, and Jack's body soon disappeared beneath the waves, becoming one with the abyss, while the lifeguards looked on in stunned disbelief, regretting their late arrival. The incident of Jack's passing sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community and the visitors of Cascade Beach. The news of the tragic event rippled through the beachgoers and residents, leaving a sense of sorrow and collective grief. For its carefree atmosphere, Cascade Beach became a place where safety and vigilance were paramount. Jack's passing left a void in the hearts of those who knew him, and even those who didn't. His memory became a symbol of the fragility of human life in the face of the unrelenting ocean. Cascade Beach, once a place of joy and laughter, now held a somber tone, honoring the memory of a life lost to the depths of the sea. Mentawai Islands, Indonesia, 2007. This secluded and pristine archipelago, nestled in the Indian Ocean off the western coast of Sumatra, is a surfer's paradise. With its azure waters and consistent swells, the Mentawais draw surfing enthusiasts from all corners of the globe. Among those who ventured to these islands in the summer of a stark contrast to the desert dunes he was accustomed to. His family, including his younger siblings and parents, had accompanied him on this vacation. While they were not as keen on surfing as Ahmed, the beauty of the Mentawais, with its lush rainforests and vibrant marine life, enchanted them. They snorkeled, explored the islands, and basked on the white sandy beaches. Ahmed decided to try out the famed Hollow Trees surf break one morning. Known for its challenging waves and barreling tubes, it was a surf spot that promised an adrenaline rush. With his surfboard under his arm, Ahmed set out, leaving his family lounging under the shade of the beachside huts, their day planned around island exploration and local cuisine. The waves that day were exceptional, drawing in several surfers. The sun overhead, the clear blue waters, and the perfectly timed waves made it a dream scenario. Ahmed expertly navigated wave after wave, enjoying every moment of his ride. As the hours passed, his family returned to their shaded spot, sharing stories of their day and observing Ahmed from a distance. They laughed, captured memories with their camera, and planned their next days on the island. Unbeknownst to them and the other surfers, the ripples further out in the ocean indicated an undercurrent change. With it came the marine life that usually stayed in the deeper parts of the sea.